The United States, China, Germany, then California, then Japan. I want to tell you how horrible the entire world is doing now. For you that know that the world is collapsing financially at the last days here, California just became the fourth largest economy in the world, ahead of Japan by $100 billion. This is in April 2025. California is now the fourth largest economy in the world. Now, why is that bad news? Well, consider how many countries there are in the world, and every other country is doing less or lower than California. For example, all of India does less than California. All of Russia does less than California. Wow. I want you to think about this. United States, China, and Germany are the three number one economies in the entire world. These three countries are practically keeping the entire world going economically. The fact that a state, California is not a country, a state within the United States is doing better than 96% of all the other countries in the world. And this is something you do not hear on the local news or the national news. You always hear about how horrible the United States is doing. They never tell you how horrible the world is doing financially. One more time, if California is the fourth largest economy in the world, that means the rest of the world is in a downward collapse right now. You take that for what you want in your own personal life. Are you running away from Jesus Christ? Every day I see men especially running away from Jesus. And where do you run? There's only one place to run to. That's things in the world. You're the kind of person that knows what salvation is, and you know it's required before you die. But you are also the foolish kind of person. If I ignore God, maybe it will just all go away. Well, on the last day, there will be an accounting and a demanding of an account of your life. And if you ignore Jesus Christ, you will not go to heaven. I see men spend 20, 30, 40 years running away from God. But you can't run away from God because He created you. He knows where you are every minute of the day. So I would say one of the top three problems with people today is lack of sleep and rest. So a Bible principle, on the seventh day, God rested from all His work. So God commands in the Bible that we take one day a week off from our work. I believe that the fact that they're not doing this is contributing to about 80% of the problems you have in modern society. It started out with greed and lust, so you work 7 days a week. But now inflation takes over greed in this society that we've created. So now you're in a trap and you can't get out. Now you have to work 7 days a week just to stay afloat. But God's original plan, one day of rest, think about this. Aren't you more valuable than a donkey? A farmer even allows his donkey to rest for one day, or his ox, or his mule. Aren't you more important than a mule? So a day of rest in today's society for a Christian is 2 hours at church, on Sunday, 2 hours at the restaurant, 2 hours shopping, 3 hours watching sports, 2 more hours eating. Nobody rests, and then you watch TV all night. Americans go 7 days a week from sun up till sundown, and you never stop. And I believe that's where all the sicknesses, the mental problems, issues, all the obesity, everything comes out of this refusing to honor God's one day of rest every 7 days. Real fast, one person meal, a can of tuna, 1 can of green beans, a few chopped green onions, some chopped cucumber, some chopped cherry tomatoes, a little bit of chopped apple, a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, a little bit of your favorite no salt seasoning, 0 salt. So believe it or not, this is under 250 calories and it costs under $2.50. It feeds one person, very healthy. Only about 2%, 3% fat at the most. No salt, no sugar, no dressing. Very delicious, will fill you up. One person meal.